I hate my life.
I would too if I had to wear that dress.
My mom picked it.
Oh, that explains it.
So it really is gruesome as I think.
What's the occasion?
Homecoming dance.
Homecoming? Oh, you're fine.
Look, if you think this is bad, it gets worse. Mac picked my date.
Why don't you go to Magellan?
How far are we going to take this thing? Should I just save everyone a whole lot of time and energy and walk around campus with a t-shirt that says, I'm the perv?
Do you have one?
Do you think this is funny? It's bad enough I got dragged into the police station on account of being the prime suspect. But do you know what it's like to get labeled as a guy who drugs women and takes pictures of them naked? Your social options start to dwindle alarmingly quickly.
That means the plan's working.
I'm not consoled.
Look, Dylan, I know this is rough for you. It's rough for all of us. But the perv is convinced you're about to be arrested for his crime, so he's ready to set you up for the final fall. And when he does, we're going to be there and we're going to take him down.
Yeah, how? When?
How does Snike grab you?
Dylan is in college now. Like he's going to care about some high school formal or homecoming.
Meaning you didn't ask him?
I was too mortified. And now I am stuck with a geek that's one of my dad's friend's son who doesn't even go to my school. Brooke.
What?
His name is Hank. When have you ever met a hunk named Hank?
You never know.
Hello, Brooke. Yes, I do. He's going to be a geek. He said he'd be wearing a white carnation and, as if the high water pants and the glasses wouldn't give it away.
Okay, so you're gonna have one bad date, Georgie. I think you'll live through it.
Your empathy really touches me.
Look, I'm sorry. Okay, I was drugged. I was taken to God knows where. I don't remember being stripped or having nude photos taken of me, so I'm sorry. The idea of you hanging out with a nerd named Hank, who your father has approved of already, I can't feel sorry for you, Georgie. And I'm sorry. What is up with that headband?
What?
Come here. Is this your mom's doing? Yes. That'll explain it, yeah. There you go. Look. Hey. Why didn't you ask him?
Because I wanted him to remember the events in my life like he used to. And he didn't. So that proves that my worst fear is coming true. I'm losing my boyfriend to college.
The role of Lucas Jones is now being played by Ben Hogeston.
You need to be around a lot of witnesses tonight, and nowhere near campus. That way if the perp strikes, you got an alibi.
But if he's trying to frame me, shouldn't I be conveniently located at the party?
No, I want you clear. I'm not letting this perp call the shots any longer.
Well, it seems to me like he is calling the shots.
That's why I'm the cop and you're not. The profile on this perp says that he's compulsive. We set the scene, he's not going to be able to control himself. He's going to be at the party tonight, and when he shows up, we're going to get him.
Who's your backup?
Maxie.
I
brought body marks from the station so that we can stay in contact with each other.
Cool. No, this is not cool. What is wrong with you? Sticking her in the middle of this?
Hey, I have a stake in catching this guy, too. If you remember correctly, he called and said that I owe him.
I don't like this. I don't.
Well, no offense, but you don't have to. Just do your part and keep playing it like we all think you're the guy.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. You got a minute?
Yeah, actually, I got all the time in the world because whatever you got going on is better than convincing my so-called friends that I don't drug women.
Well, you still got one friend left. Remember that guy I mentioned, Hollis? She's in the commons room downstairs asking about you again.
Did you hear that, guys? That's my next victim right there. I'll be with you in a second.
Are you sure you're okay with this? I can go another way.
Don't you dare. I meant what I said. I have a stake in catching this guy. My only question is, what if we go through with all this and he doesn't show up?
Can we keep setting up until he does? Look, it's gotta be sooner than later, though. I'm not sure I can pass enough classes to stay undercover much longer.
Well, I mean, you did get stuck with the worst tutor. Georgie got the brains and I got the other attributes.
Are you trying to distract me?
Is it working?
We have prep to do. We have to get down to the commons to figure out how we're going to use it. All right, then we got to get back up here so I can show you how to use the mics. Hey, I'll make it up to you later. I promise.
I am gonna remember that you said that.
All right, let's go. Hey, Professor Taylor. What brings you by?
The F you pulled on your latest paper? I hope you don't have any plans for tonight.
All right. I know this isn't the best paper ever written, but an F? I mean, doesn't that seem a little harsh?
I'll say it is. I thought that paper was one of the best. I mean, from what little Jessie read to me, I thought that paper was pretty impressive.
I don't have a problem with the paper, per se. It's actually quite good. I just don't believe you wrote it.
Well, why would you say that? Of course I wrote this
This is a
paper.
human sexuality course. Most young men take it thinking they're going to be watching hot videos and sex movies all day long. When they find out this isn't the case, they can't get to the door fast enough.
Well, Jessie's not like most guys.
I'm here to learn.
According to this paper, there isn't much I can teach you. Would you like to enlighten me as to how, at your tender age, you already know so much about the female libido?
Men are a lot more sensitive these days.
Yeah, that's me. I'm sensitive.
You have no idea.
I'm not convinced. This paper was written from a distinctly female perspective. That set off a few alarms, so I conducted some research. Since your enrollment at PCU, you've exhibited deplorable attendance and barely passing grades in every class. I found your admissions file to be unusually incomplete, including the alarming implication that you appeared in this world full-blown, since you don't seem to have any parents. I'm ready to call for a full investigation.
You can't do that.
Please, don't. If I fail out of this university, it would be disastrous. Please don't.
All right. I'll give you one chance to redeem yourself.
Okay. Let me be the worst of experience. Not much, admittedly, but at least I can tell you what I've learned already. Because of the adjustment, it's overwhelming. You go from being the lofty senior to absolutely nobody, and I mean nobody. Then, we're living with people we have no idea who they are. And the classes, oh my gosh, the classes are so much harder. They are. But you don't want to let anybody know that, right? Because, like anywhere else, you're either really cool or the epitome of lame. And, oh gosh, poor Dylan, on top of everything. He's walking around, people are looking at him like if he's this perv.
Actually, there's some good news because he's not the number one suspect anymore.
Excuse me?
They practically have proof he didn't do it.
Wait, who is they?
The cops.
The cops.
But yes, we're still pretending like Dylan did it because we want to flush out the real perv.
That's great, but was anybody going to tell me this? Because if I remember correctly, yeah, I was one of the guys' first victims.
Brooke, I'm sorry, you were not intentionally left out of the loop, but you really have to be quiet about this because if you talk, it could ruin the whole sting, and I know that you want to catch this guy as much as everybody else.
My lips are sealed. Okay?
Yeah.
What?
I just can't believe he didn't remember, Brooke.
Georgie, did you not hear anything I just said? Look, stop being so selfish. All right, cut Dylan some slack, please. And if you can't do that, then ask him to take you to the dance.
Well, you're never going to have a job in the UN. But you're right. Thank you. I'm going to go ask Dylan to the dance. So, if Hank shows up, can you please keep him occupied?
Yeah, how did you describe him again? Was that a hopeless nerd, a fashion victim? What was it, a carnation?
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Well, at least you got one of the three. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
To lay down and die for it? Yeah.
Did you do me a big favor?
What? To have meaningless sex with him all night?
No. No.
Okay.
Just
What?
Just keep him occupied, keep him company in case something goes wrong. Please? For how long? Please. Thank you.
Excuse me. Are you
You must be Hank?
Georgie?
No. Unfortunately.